This is CN Wrap-Up. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, 92-55. What didn't you do right tonight?
Today was a special game. We defended very well. We scored the ball very well, and our two go-to guys delivered like they are capable of delivering, and that makes it work.
You talk about Ish Sanders and Antoine Davis. Ish, he moves past 9th on the all-time list with his 33 points today. Surpasses Dustin Edwards and Leon Williams, who had 1,311, and he's now holds the all-time record for threes made in a season.
And he's only a junior, John.
And he's only a junior. 9 of 18 from beyond the arc today. What were you doing to get him the ball in the flow of the offense?
You saw the shots he takes. He knows he's got a green light. We weren't doing anything, really. I mean, we set some screens for him, but most of his shots come under great defensive pressure, and he still has a knack to get a little separation. All he needs is a very small amount of clearance to get that ball up, and when it's up, it goes in a lot.
Antoine Davis went in a lot for him as well. 26 points, 10 for 15. I suppose the fire to Ish Sanders' ice. What was different about Antoine's game that enabled him to have success apart from Ish?
You're always, as a coach, you're always trying to find ways to motivate. And we made a very special emphasis of this game being a dedication game, where every player in there, by name, dedicated their performance to a family member, a teammate, so forth and so on. And I saw such a great sense of focus and determination to make sure that they did honor those individuals. We met as a group, went around the room and said, this is who I'm dedicating tonight's performance to, and I'm going to deliver. And, I mean, across the board we did.
You not only deliver offensively, you deliver defensively. You turn an 11-point halftime lead into a 37-point win. What'd you do in the second half to really prevent Anderson from doing the same thing that they did to you in game one and coming out on fire, hold them to just 26% from the field?
Our kids never quit. They just never quit, man. And we made some subtle adjustments to their defense. But the truth of the matter is our guys had such a determination and a will to produce tonight. And I mean, as I say, the rest is history. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
It goes back to the kids and their commitment to what they said they wanted to do this evening.
You hold Chandler Hash and Denzel Jones both below their season averages. Hash had 11 at the break, but he just scores 4 in the second half. Jones had 8 at the break, just 3 in the second half. What did you do to clamp down on them? Really,
really made sure we got up in their face. You can't give Chandler Hash an inch. He might be the best shooter in this conference, truth be told. It's probably one of those guys that's on that floor tonight. And, we just said we got to crowd him and make sure that he dribbles the ball. And we tried to do that.
How much did the LMU loss play on your players' minds for motivation coming into this one, or did you try to leave it on the back doorstep?
Didn't talk about it. Moved forward. Our guys, we looked at tape of that game, and our guys saw the truth, and that is that we didn't, for whatever reason, we didn't bring the fire that you saw today, for whatever reason. And thankfully, we maybe learned from that and were able to deliver with that intensity we needed today.
Was this as impressive a win as you've had this season?
I would say so, when you consider that, Anderson they're one of the more respected teams in our region. They've had unbelievable success. Jason Taylor is as good a coach as there is anywhere in this country, and for our guys to respond to the challenge that was issued tonight, they blew my mind on some level. So yeah, it's as good as maybe as good as it's been.
You're at least in a tie for third place. You were almost in a tie for second. Wingate guts one out in overtime at Brevard, 88-87 the final there, and we'll have to wait and see what happens between LR and LMU in the nightcap at 8 p.m. tonight. Those teams play. If LR wins, then LMU drops down, and you're in a tie for second with Anderson and the Rail Splitters. What do you have to do to take care of business with 2 games left at Catawba Wednesday and then back home for senior night against Wingate?
Get some rest tomorrow, come back in here and focus all of our time and attention Monday and Tuesday on Catawba, then go on the road, and hopefully we'll do the right kind of things we need to do. And then obviously senior day, last regular season home game against Wingate here, that's going to be a tough one. I mean, it is. We were fortunate enough to play very well at Wingate and got the win, but whenever you play them, it's a major challenge. And so We just got to be we've got to be clicking over the next week. We've got to be hitting on all cylinders like we did tonight.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Congratulations on a 37-point win.
And I do have to say one thing.
What's that?
I'm sitting here and I just noticed this little doodle. The voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier. I don't know who actually did that, but the likeness is scary. I mean, the likeness is scary, and in fact, I'm going to keep that myself. If you're okay with that.
That's a little weird, but I'll let you do that, especially after you beat a team by 37.
Great.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Congrats.
Thanks, Adam.
Carson-Newman head